Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. So another hot take thread was made. Abu actually asked me to review it, and I was like, you know what, okay. I do like doing some of these, kind of like, seeing what people got to say. Feel like it gets my sort of like juices flowing. I don't have it today. Well, I can't, like, how do I describe this? Like, sometimes, like, I'm recording, like, Showcase or something like that, and then there's days where I just don't have it, right? The ability to just go bam, 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 bam. And one of these could sort of get me back on my feet. So we'll jump into this. We'll see. A lot of you guys seem to really like when I do these. I'll do my best not to be too toxic, I guess. We'll try. Let's see what we're working with here. We did not cheat, but I will say I already saw some what's the word? Some distress from the community. I saw a couple of quotes already kind of like lining up for this thread, so we could be in for a good time. Let's see what we got. All right, number 1. Golden Week units released last year were the best well-designed units of the year. You know what? I mean, I don't like I'm sure, like, we could argue this in many ways, I'm sure, but like, it's like, I mean, really good, really good, really good. Like, there's no point, right? Like, sure. No arguments from me. Like, I'm sure we could find better design units or something like that or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't matter. These are 3 bad bitches right here. W. So, I'm not fighting that. Stats boost and then defense on super to return as the number 1 best EZA. Who would be the best EZA at the moment? 16, 17, and 18, I would say. Why are they good? Well, because they have dodge, which is really effective against big boss attacks. They're also an incredibly powerful support character, which really can help, especially against, these really big bosses, these nasty fights. And then, they do have that exchange into the giga powerful Android 16, who can kind of be like a finisher. It just really is very tanky, just kind of like consistently strong, right? Now, UI Goku, it's hard to say. If he would get the same type of EZA that the 5th anniversary Blue Fusion's got, I mean, look out. I feel like people nowadays would say, like, oh, the 5th anniversary Blue Fusions were overrated, they were never that good, and I would just say, well, that's bullshit. No, wrong. Fusion Zamasu did not exist back in February, right? The Blue Vegito and Gogeta, they came out. They either came out like on the same day as Sin Shenron, or it was like within the same couple of days. Like, it's like they were damn near in like the Metal Cooler Core era, man, the 5th anniversary Blue Fusions. So it's like they were ridiculously powerful. I mean, I would assume this guy or Evolution Blue Vegeta would be the best EZA after they get it, but I mean, we'll see. And by the way, this is probably gonna be like February 20th or something like that. Well, let's just quickly take a glance. When did like 8, I think. Nope, a little too far. 6. What do we got right here? Okay, Vegito, when did your EZA come out, my boy? February 24th. Okay, now let's just go back a little bit, and we want to look at not them, because this is the EX part. We want to look at one of these guys. This is the 3rd anniversary Vegito, 22nd. So I think UI Goku Evolution Blue Vegeta should EZA sometime. Let's see. Like in this week for sure. Yeah, 22nd, 23rd, 21st. I think this is when we'll see UI Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta. I've said I think Evolution Blue Vegeta could actually be better when he EZAs. Because he's like it's like, with that damage reduction, if they just fix it, like, he could be really good. I think Evolution Blue Vegeta will be very good. Overhated on release, but took many people a while to realize how good he is in the Fusion Zamasu fight. Overhated on release, no, I disagree. People were upset that he's not like an actual Beast Gohan, including me, and I mean, that's just valid as hell, right? Absolutely. I myself, you go back and fact check me, go look up videos from years ago, man, like, I always like when a character is just nice, free, and easy with the key and stuff like that. Especially as an LR, that is very like Gohan is very cumbersome. Like it's just it can be difficult with ki at times. And I feel like that's an issue. Is he good in the Fusion Zamasu fight? I would say yeah, definitely so. Because I mean, I feel like you guys would know what I'm talking about if you've done a lot of fights against Fusion Zamasu. But even though that first phase, like he exudes so much pressure, it's like he's just hitting everyone. He could super everyone. A huge underrated factor of like some of these really tough bosses is if their super attack cooldown is 0. When it's 0, they can be so devastating, so scary, because they could super you in slot 3 and then they could immediately turn around and super you in slot 1, and it's just like they're putting so much pressure on the entire rotation. But physical Fusion Zamasu, you know, he hits much harder, but he dials back that pressure by quite a bit. So it's like Gohan, you know, he can kind of hang in there tough in the first phase, and then if you got hide him in the second phase, I mean, he could certainly do decent. I mean, yeah, he's good for the Fusion Zamasu fight, sure, but overhated on release, no way. Only if they had guard for the first 3 turns, they'd be better in today's meta. They're already good in today's meta, though. I mean, I think that both 8th anniversary LRs, I don't know what the F people are looking at for out of them, but their standbys are both game changers right now. They're crazy good right now because you could do it turn 2. Like, instantly, you could just swap into their standbys, which gives them so much value. People would love this character because, you guys know, people get obsessed with damage and they get seduced by the damage. And they see these do, like, just quad supering crits, huge damage, and oh my god, they stack defense, even though stacking defense at this point, like, is worthless almost. It's, like, there's so few characters where I give 2 shits at all that they stack defense. Again, Hirudegarn stacks defense, and it does nothing for him. That boy be getting smoked out here in these tough fights. It's the standby, which is so good with this character. I think that this character, it's like, at first, I felt like I did think they were quite overrated when they first came out. But it's like people, like, overcorrected, and, like, they began to hate this character all year. This unit can put in work. This is probably one of the more underrated characters right now, if anything. I mean, yeah, they'd be a lot better off guard for the first 3 turns, of course. But one thing about them, too, is that they're a physical character. And, I mean, every single fight has an int phase. If he was hitting higher numbers, somebody would complain about him. Oh, no, wrong. Absolutely. No way. No. Animations are weak at point. I think the blue animations are fine. I don't have issues with how he looks in blue, like, or when he transforms into Vegito. But the Goku and Vegeta animations are just terrible. People would be mad at that no matter what. And then even on top of that, the transformation condition is also horrible. Again, people would hate that. So, I mean, this character could be the hardest hitting character in the game. People would still, no matter what, people would still, I mean, people complain about everything, right? So, like, that would have happened. But this unit still would have had a bad reputation, I think, based off the transformation condition and the weak animations in the Goku and Vegeta part of them. New summonable Goku Black would have helped the Zamasu team by a lot. I mean, well, yeah. I mean, especially, okay, so the point is, a lot of people were anticipating that Goku Black was going to be one of the Part 2 Carnival LRs, and then Goku Black was not, so a lot of people are like, oh my god, we're Celebration Ever Dokkan, oh my god, that's so bad, Amatsu, we hate you, ah. But, like, I really like the Part 2 Carnival LRs Dokkan gave us. I think they're both great. Future Gohan, of course, is like a top 3 character in the game. I mean, yeah, like, imagine it's Goku Black, like, just with the same kid as Future Gohan, or, like, yeah, like, of course he helps the Zamasu team a lot. Tied in their base forms, no, I disagree. This, I think the Blue Fusions are better in base. That Trunks guard, like, 50% chance to guard, I just find it so unenjoyable. It makes me not want to use these characters often, right? Now, I guess you can make the argument that, oh my god, at least Trunks could guard and work a little bit better against Fusion Zamasu, his AoE, whereas, like, you know, like, these guys take, this guy in particular takes 1,000,000 damage. Sure, maybe, but we're not going to act like Fusion Zamasu is the only fight in the game, and unfortunately, Fusion Zamasu brain rot is a really bad problem in the community right now. These fusions do fine outside of the Fusion Zamasu fight. It's the same thing. Again, brain rot. I like them in base over Super Trunks in base. Super Trunks in base is the worst premium unit of the year. Is he in base? So like we be talking about like the super, like definitely they're all better. The Super 17s. Nah, I mean, I feel like I like them better with their dodge chance. I mean, again, they can get crushed before they attack, right? But we also got to keep in mind that this is a character, 7 months before Fusion Zamasu. Got Goku obviously is way better. Kale, I like Kale's base way better. She's a character that can take a lot of damage from AoEs also, but Kale's base I think is significantly better than Trunks. I think Trunks probably has the worst base of the year. Besides some of the really shitty EZAs, like transforming Vegeta, obviously Trunks is better than that. But like, you guys get what I'm saying. Regardless, I'll take these guys' base over Trunks' base easily. Unfortunately, ZZ is gonna be the worst. I assume Abu meant, since his kit is still broken. Well, he's not broken for sure right now. No, no. Because again, people. This is something I'm gonna start to look out for. Are people getting deceived by defensive stacking? And are people overrating defensive stacking? Because again, it's not 2019 anymore. It's like you just need that shit right away. Like you don't have time to stack a lot of times in a lot of these fights. Against Omega, sure, but like that's pretty much the only one where you can kind of get a breather to stack. I mean, I would say there's no way to tell with this guy, like in terms of what his EZA is going to be like. They have a history of kind of crushing characters who were like best in the game for a while, or just maybe not even best in the game for a while, but just characters that lingered forever. Like I don't expect AGL PyCon, Tech Janemba, this guy to get supreme EZAs, but we'll see. LR Kale and Caulifla, they're a little bit different because they're a summonable LR who does not get stats buffs, right? So it's like Gohan, no matter what, is getting a stat buff. So just the stat buff will help him. He'll be usable for sure, but like, is he going to be the worst? No. Like it's impossible for him to be worse than Kale and Caulifla. I would say like uneasy Tech Gohan is better than easy LR Kale and Caulifla, right? Like for sure. They suck. They're terrible. Because they got nothing. They're easy. They gave them nothing. They didn't want them to succeed. I do assume, Abu's meaning that they're going to do the same with Gohan, and I probably would agree, but who knows when this guy's going to easy 8 too. I mean, we could be sitting here in 3 years and he hasn't easy 8, or this guy could easy 8 during the 9th anniversary. I think both are on the table. Benny Year, he's still number 1, sure. I mean, this is not really... this is like the coldest colds. Yeah, everyone agrees, for sure. Red Zone Broly can wipe out every monthly TUR released in 2023. No, not even close. Nope. Wrong. Actually, I think every single monthly TUR destroys Broly, right? So what we mean by monthly, so we're going to remove the major celebration characters from this, right? So no God Goku, no 23rd World Tournament Goku, no 8th Anniversary LRs. The 17s destroy Broly. Once you swap into Super 17, they obliterate Broly. Who else do we have? Kale just shits on Broly. Broly is nothing to Kale. Then next says Turles. Turles destroys Broly, right? I guess the AoE potential. Well, no, I think I did have Turles just tank that shit really well before, didn't I? Yeah, because Broly's AoE damage is 800k. By that time, you could easily get Turles looking good by the time you get to that Broly. Super Trunks obliterates Broly. 17 and 18. I guess the shitty ass 17 and 18, they could get cooked by Broly because they have no defense against his AoE. Dude, I hate them. Yeah, they suck. They're the one monthly TR that will get obliterated by Broly is them. Because then Gohan and Piccolo, I mean, I actually did have them get smoked, but that's just because their base is terrible. I mean, obviously, if you revive, they could be, well, I mean, actually, I don't know. The more I think about it, I don't like Gohan and Piccolo for that fight. I mean, I guess you could do it, but, I mean, remember, this character is reliant on dodge once you revive. In base, they suck. Regardless of what anyone wants to try and say, they suck in base. Once you revive, Gohan is very good, very explosive, but he's a dodge character. Broly cancels dodge. So, I mean, Gohan and Piccolo, I mean, what if I said they're better for Fusion Zamasu than they are for Red Zone Broly? I think that's probably something you could say. But the point is, most of these monthly Dokkan Fest destroy him, including Android 21. Android 21 obliterates this guy. This guy? Not even close. Bird Goku didn't age, but got hard replaced. Well, no. Goku did age a lot, because aging would be, you know, he was a dominant defensive force when he first came out. Now, he's guarding, stacking, and he gets one-shotted through his guard. So that's aging, yes. Fusion Zamasu obliterates him. He didn't get hard replaced, though, because this Goku, it's much easier. I found a traverse around this website, by the way. But this Goku is on a lot of different category teams. I just got mixed up right here. God damn it, I was right there. Areas. This Goku is on a lot of category teams that the GT Goku and Vegeta aren't on. Here's the thing. Revive characters are special. You must respect them. But this guy is on a lot of categories that they don't have, including the Super Saiyan team, which is one of the strongest teams in the game. This guy is a must run on the Super Saiyan team. It is not because he's a defensive wall. This guy can't tank for shit. He gets obliterated. That's not why he's good, though. This guy is good because of the revive. You get to that turn where you could revive with him, and that gives you a get-out-of-jail-free card. But this character is not on every category he's on, so he did not get hard. He did age, and he did not get hard replaced. Getting rid of Chain Battle rather than Patan with... Damn it. Okay. This subject, I don't like jumping into this subject too much because this is a lot of stuff we don't know, right? Like, Amatu told us info, but we don't know why they did this. Like, okay, so getting rid of Chain Battle around Patan was the worst decision they made. Chain Battle gave out equipment while shitty Patan gave us stickers. Well, okay, but there is the thing stickers you could put on, like, Dokkan Fest TURs and stuff like that, but I assume with the stickers he's referring to the actual Patan cards themselves. But no, I mean, I don't, it's not, like, the thing is, it's not like Amatsu is sitting there and he's like, all right, fellas, we got World Tournament right here, we got Chain Battle right here, we got Patan right here. I'm gonna put a blindfold on, and we're gonna pick one, and then we're getting rid of that. Like, that's not what happened. It's, apparently, they had internal, like, they talked about it, and they received feedback. Now, I mean, it's a tough pill for a lot of people to swallow, but, I mean, unfortunately, it does appear to me, I don't know any info about this, I cannot confirm or deny at the moment, but it does seem like they really care what the Japanese players say, and then they don't give two shits what we say, is what I think. That's the way it appears to me. Because guess what? A lot of us over here, we hate World Tournament. There is, like, nobody is defending World Tournament. No one. But I mean, apparently they like it over in Japan, man. Like, they like the World Tournament. That's why they're not getting rid of it. Apparently that's why they're not, updating it. And meanwhile, they hated Chain Battle in Japan. There you go. Boom. It's very simple. Like, it's so easy to just say this, but, like, the part of the community that they take feedback from and listen to, they took the feedback from and listened to. So, and Patan is literally just Legends Adventures. People can exert so much energy complaining about Patan when Patan it's literally nothing. Like, it's nothing. Patan is nothing. No, this is wrong. Haven't moved from the top 3 since release. Well, besides Limbricker Vegito and Hirudegarn and Dragon Fist. A lot of people would assume that I'm, like, way down on Hirudegarn because I've had some really bad luck with him. But, like, no, I mean, he's a dodge character. Like, just my dodge luck with Hirudegarn, for whatever reason, is off. But Hirudegarn still gives you a better chance in front of these big boss attacks than most characters do. I like Hirudegarn. Dragon Fist is great. I've found him to be exceptional, very powerful. He can do a ton of damage. He gives you great utility. Dragon Fist is awesome. And Limbricker Vegito is crazy. But if the overall point we want to make here is that these 3 are just fantastic, amazing characters that have aged either a very minor amount or almost not at all, I can get behind that. But are there better characters than them? Yes. Yes, there are. Every monthly TUR cannot compete in the hardest stages in the game and are required a full dodge setup. Well, no, that's certainly not true. Every monthly TUR, I guess I'm putting words in his mouth, but we'll boil it down to just like 2023, right? and are required a full dodge setup. I mean, a lot of people are not going to like this. I like full dodge on most characters. Again, remember, these are not the monthly TURs. When we talk about monthly TURs, it would be referring to Kale, Turles, 17 and 18, Gohan and Piccolo, right? These are big celebration characters, Golden Week and Saiyan Day, right? And that's, you could tell in 2023, all of the big celebration characters were great, excellent, except for LR Omega. And all of the monthly Dokkan Fest characters were almost trash. I mean, Gohan and Piccolo, I like them. 21 is solid. Obviously, Limp Breaker Vegito is a god, but a lot of the monthly stuff is not that good. But to say they cannot compete in the hardest stages in the game is definitely not true. I do like dodge on most of them, though. This Piccolo and Gohan clears every... Well, I mean, we're just going to put a hard stop to that. I mean, I would take every single Worldwide Download Celebration character over them. I mean, maybe not some of the sub-easies and stuff, but, like, the 4 LRs are just way better. All 4. Easily. Yeah, Zamasu's better. The blues are better. I probably like the blues better than most people, but, I mean, here's the thing. I feel like if someone is coming out and talking about, oh, I really like them, and they start talking about Vegito, that's where my eye shifts up. I start giving you the rock eyebrow, because it's like, are you sure? Because, I mean, I'm just speaking for myself, but I see Vegito 10% of the time I use this character, less. I don't see Vegito. This character is good because of their slot 1, turn 1 defensive performance, which is really strong. Same with Fusion Zamasu. Future Gohan is just God. And then Trunks, I like because a very strong, consistent option. He can be bullied early, but, if you get to a Sword of Hope later on, he certainly could win you the fight. No. They're all better than Gohan and Piccolo. Okay, yeah. I can see, yeah, okay. Can see people got to that one. Some of the free-to-play units made this year were the best they've ever done compared to previous years. That's actually true. Yes. I do think that is actually correct. The main, units to point your eye at, or finger at, I guess. You, and you. Yeah, these 3. Exceptional. All 3 are very good. Strong free-to-play characters that could perform very well in difficult events, Super Battle Road, nearly everywhere. They have some minor restrictions, right? This Yamcha, of course, needs a Pepe Gal character. This Sheki Chun needs, a Turtle School Goku family? No, it's a World Tournament and Turtle School category ally. So, 23rd World Tournament Goku, or, the Krillin. The STR Krillin can work well with that guy. And then Bulma is just kind of get good RNG for her damage reduction to pop up. But, yeah, they're pretty good. I mean, there's been some strong free-to-play characters in the past, but we've had some really, really good free-to-play characters this year. I think that, the Android 18, right? This Android 18 right here is pretty solid as well. I don't want to go too crazy with her, but I would say pretty solid. For a free-to-play character, I would say she is pretty solid, right? They've given us some decent free-to-play characters this year. Every int unit is immediately shafted since they only get free dodge. Well, Abu, I would point out that there is a bit of an issue here, because right here we're saying that these characters cannot compete and are required a full dodge setup, but I mean, if they're int, you could get higher dodge on them. So these 2 points are kind of conflicting here. I would argue the other way. I don't really care typically what typings characters are, but I mean, the higher dodge you have, the better chance you have. I would consider hidden potential system dodge a get out of jail free card. I think that's an easy way to sort of describe it. You will be caught. If you play the game a lot, it's going to happen. And that hidden potential system dodge, I mean, it's not just once every 30 videos it happens. No, that's not the case. But no, I disagree with that. Remove. Oh, no. What? No. No. No, Abu. Remove blast, nullification, restriction. He'll be a top 7 unit. Certainly not. Because Ki Blast restriction is not that strong. considering we get this guy on turn 5. Which boss is throwing out a Ki Blast Super on turn 5? Not Fusion Zamasu, not Goku Black, not Red Zone Zamasu, not Omega, not the Sword of Hope Trunks, not the Fusion Zamasu from the Gods Immortal event, not Vegito Blue from the God Immortal event. You guys see my point? There is like no like Ki Blast Super boss I'm thinking of that you're gonna be fighting when you could transform into this guy. Because, I mean, all Abu is saying right here is, remember, they have a shitty ass condition, right? It's what is it, turn 5 HP 70% or less, right? So you have to do that first, then you come out here and then your HP has to be below 70 and he absorbs it. So Abu is just saying you get rid of this and this character's top 7. No, absolutely not. This character needs so much more. Number 1, you should be able to transform into Super 17. I love it. Turn 4, that's it. Boom. 7th anniversary. When in doubt, look at the 7th anniversary LR's kit and copy. Not tough. How did you transform to Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta? Turn 4, no other restriction? Cool, let's give that to them. That's it, boom. That's all you need. But he does not have that, so no. No, this would actually do nothing to him. He would be, you take away the restriction, I would argue he's unchanged. No change to him whatsoever. Having an unconditional scouter is the strongest ability character can have in the game. Nope, that's wrong. Because unconditional scouter does not guarantee you anything. You could have unconditional scouter, and all it will do is show you your death. In many situations. It happens all the time. Piccolo, the Dokkan Fest Easy A Piccolo, a great Easy A. Again, some of these characters, I don't like too much trying to retroactively, like, crush them. This Piccolo right now, he gets hit real hard, man. Before you transform, he gets hit very hard. But, I mean, he was busted when he came out, because it was a completely different event meta, a boss meta, that this guy first came out in. Use this guy right now. His scouter does not guarantee shit. A lot of times it just guarantees you'll see your death coming. And pray for your hidden potential system dodge, because that's all you've got to you. If you want to know what is the strongest ability a character can have, it would be 100% chance to dodge. That would be the strongest ability, because you can't lose if you have a 100% chance to dodge. Many characters, we're starting to see this happen a lot. Hirudegarn's got it. Gohan and Piccolo has it. 5th Anniversary Fusions have it. That's the strongest shit you can have. Because if you can't get hit, you literally cannot lose. And the Scouter does not guarantee that you cannot lose. You could say, well, what if a boss cancels dodge? I mean, we've had 4 in the game's history. Broly. And then, what is their Dokkan event hit? That last phase of that legendary events, what is that, 5? Is there another one? Dokkan Fest hit, the final phase of the 3 legendary events, Broly, Android 13 is 6. Is there another? I'm sure there's a few more I'm not thinking of, but like that's just off the top of my head, like relevant fights. I mean, I don't know if Dokkan Fest event hit is like a relevant fight, but I mean, we'll probably get a burst one in there eventually. So like, no way. Dodge is strong. She ain't as bad as people say she is. I think Abu is just silly. I think he doesn't really know what he's saying a lot of time here, because Android 21 is a monthly Dokkan Fest. We spent so much time in this thread trashing on monthly Dokkan Fest, right? He did it a couple of different times throughout here. And Android 21 is a monthly Dokkan Fest. That's what she is. She's one of those. So it's like, Abu, you were saying that Android 21 can't beat Broly. Broly is a 2-year-old boss, right? But like, if she can't crush Broly, no way she's not as bad as people say she is, right? But she does crush Broly, right? 21, she has one weakness against Fusion Zamasu, and she dominates the rest of the game. Again, say it with me, guys. Fusion Zamasu brain rot has infested this community. 21 is good, just not against Fusion Zamasu. So there we go. Every once in a while, I will, do some threads. A couple of times people have asked me to do the thread, right? Like, again, like I did that, the video on that guy Polarity's takes. And I mean, I saw some comments were like, I can't believe he just crushed that kid. He's a 50-year-old man crushing some kid's takes. It's like, dude, like he was down with it. He was excited. And I looked afterwards and he was like, oh, this is a great day. People are following me. Like, he liked it. So, sorry, I'm not like, oh my God, like, it's fine. It all worked out fine. I'll do I will try not to be overly negative here. Abu, I'm gonna have to give you a failing grade though. You were pretty silly in some of these, right? Pretty silly. I would think when you want to make like a hot takes thread like this, you want to make sure you're strong in your convictions because listen, the vultures are gonna be circling. What we saw. One of these tweets had 1 million. Yeah, this one right here. The vultures will be circling once you start doing stuff like this. So you got to be. What do I say when I drop these tier lists a lot of the times? I'm ready for the waves of the French quote tweets saying, oh my God, this stupid, dumb, fat, idiot American is so dumb. Or like, whatever. Yeah, have fun. Like, I'm right, bitch. You got to be strong in your conviction. And I don't know. I mean, like, Abu. I don't know if Abu is going to be arguing this. Right? Like, are you gonna, you want to, Abu, debate Alan or someone with this? No way, man. No way. All right. But I love y'all. I'll catch y'all next time. I got my juices flowing. I'm ready to go cook up some long showcases now. Thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all next time. And remember, say it with me. We hope that Beast Gohan is 9th anniversary part 1. Amatsu, bring him down. Yes, sir.